I am joined here by the wonderful Arohi Thatte. Arohi, you're the presenter at Global Chess League Season 3, happening in Mumbai this time for the first time. First of all, tell me how it is to be here and work at this wonderful event.
If crazy could be the word in its literal sense, that would be it. Chess, never in my wildest dreams did I think that I will do it, because it's very unlike the other sports, it's not very physical, it's not very enduring. To the mind, yes, but physically. When you say sports, you think of cricket, volleyball, football, basketball, anything where you have to physically move,
Yeah.
do a lot of things. You need strength, you need resilience. And then here I was at chess. After doing multiple of these, contact sports or cricket and all of that. So first day I was just trying to figure how things work. And it was a big learning curve. But yeah, after 10 days, I think I can say that I can at least talk chess, if not the technicalities of it. But yeah, at least, yeah. I know that Mukesh is the world champion and Javokir is the World Cup winner. So yeah, great learnings.
I saw that initially maybe there was a bit of a barrier and maybe you were thinking how to approach these players. But yesterday, just I saw you were talking to the team captains, Hari Krishna. They were smiling a lot, laughing a lot.
Yeah.
How would you say has your, like, this is like 9-10 days into the chess world, how has that experience been for you? How do you like these personalities?
So very honestly, it's been an evolution. First day, I mean, even when a group who knows each other really well, even when you have one stranger come into that group, the group is also a little wary about that new person. They are also thinking a lot before acting or saying something in front of the new person.
Correct.
I could sense that hesitation in the start, and I was also hesitant because I didn't know how these players would be. The sports that I've worked with, the players come from very different backgrounds.
Yes.
They are groomed in a certain manner. Here the players are groomed in a different manner. So that plays a huge role in how the players are on the world stage, in front of people and behind closed doors. Now, what my perception of the players or the people involved was only what I'd seen on social media. So when I came here, I was pretty surprised to see that they are a fun lot. They are a super fun lot. They're not as serious as you see them on social media, because you're just seeing moments of their life there. But here you get to see like them almost 24/7.
Yes.
Except for the times when you're sleeping. But yeah. So it evolved. Now as they also got to know me, I also got to know them. वो थोड़ा vibe match हुआ, and then they also opened up. I was also able to open up. So much so that yesterday I played Mafia with these people, and we had a very good time.
That's really amazing to hear. How did this opportunity come to you to work at the Global Chess League? How did this happen? If you can share with us a bit.
So, I mean, even I was surprised when I was offered the Global Chess League, because that's usually you need the technicalities in chess, right? It's not a sport like kabaddi or volleyball or cricket where you just watch the sport and you understand what's happening. No, even if you know the rules and regulations, it'll take you time to understand what exactly is happening. So when I was offered, I jumped at the opportunity because I was getting to do a new sport. But yeah, I had my apprehensions about aayega ki nahi, will I look stupid? What if I don't understand? What if I don't do well? But yeah, I think the biggest takeaway has been I've gotten to learn a lot. Even after having been in broadcast for 3 years, when you do a new sport, there are so many things that you can learn other than the sport. How to approach that sport, the tonality of that sport, the language used in that sport is very different. So yeah, I was offered. Glad I took it up. Very glad I took it up.
And I'm sure it has been such a great experience. I was just looking through your Instagram profile before coming here and getting to know a bit about you. I think you covered the Pro Volleyball League before this. That was, I think, an entirely different experience.
Yes.
How did you come into sports presenting, and what about sports attracted you?
How did I come into sports presenting? That's a very long answer. But okay, so I've always been a sports person. I've always played sport, be it football, be it cricket, not so much while growing up, later on in life, but be it volleyball, I played all these sports growing up. So I was always somebody who was very active. 2020 is when the lockdown happened. I was in my final year of law and everything was shut. Only sports was happening, that too in a bubble.
Yes.
So it took me back to a conversation in 2018 when one of my family friends, he told me, Aru, you should try sports presentation. That time I didn't take him seriously. In 2020, when I was bored, I was like, chalo, ye karke dekh lete hai. And somehow it just worked, yeah. Like, I started applying to places, I started getting gigs, I started enjoying it. And yeah, decided to make this a full-time career. But my parents had the condition that academically you're going to have to pursue your masters and PhD and all of it, which continued. But thankfully, I liked law as a subject, so that continued side by side, and it is continuing. But yeah, sports is something which I was very set on. I wanted to do something in sports presentation and not any kind of anchoring. Worked out well.
It did. And because you have covered so many physical sports or contact sports, as you say, when you come into chess, what are some of the things you think a presenter should do, or what you are trying to do when you are like showing this game to the masses, to the audience?
So one very interesting thing is I've seen chess players aren't very expressive. Not everybody. I mean, you will have hardly a couple of them who are expressive, as opposed to other sports where maximum people are expressive, few people aren't. So to bring out the personalities, I think it is the commentator's job, it is a presenter's job to do all that, because you are the voices to the visuals, which is the players. So one very interesting thing that I could do, thankfully, in this league is when I do the post-match presentations, I get to interact with the players. Now, right from the start, somehow you keep the questions, of course, a bit technical because they are winning the player of the tournament or player of the match award. But then you also can segue into a lighter question, like you're in Mumbai, how does that feel? And when you take a person by surprise, I think the real answers come there. So that's something that as a presenter in chess, I would like to believe that I've been successful in doing in this league.
And do you think this is something which you will, as you mentioned, you're also doing law on the side. Is this something which you've already seen, like beginning to see as something which you would like to do for a long time? Because I see you have this ability to connect with people, to connect with the sports persons. And what do you think about this?
No, it is a full-time thing. I mean, I like law, I just like this a little bit more extra. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing this. And I love talking, dude. I mean, baki sab ek jagah pe. I love talking. You give me new people, I love socializing. So I'll do that irrespective. But if you get paid to do that, I mean, what's better?
And what makes you most interested or passionate about sports? This is, for me personally, it's always the adrenaline rush that I get to see what results are happening, what's the exciting thing. What is that exciting part about being a presenter? For you, what is that kick?
So, I have had this conversation with myself quite a bit. Actually, more than a conversation, I've had this thought a lot of times in my life. When I'm at the FOP, the field of play, it is a very exclusive place. People don't realize it. It is only the players, the match officials, technicians, technicals, officials who are allowed to be there. And if you, as a presenter, you're getting to be at that place, that FOP where regular people aren't allowed, it's almost like a restricted area.
Yes.
You get the close-up views of everything, be it the game, be it the players, be it the kind of emotions that run through players at that moment of whenever the game is on. I think that's something that is very close to my heart. So every time I'm at the FOP for any sport, it just hits me. I'm just like, dude, how many people get to do this? So I think that is what drives me to continue.
That's actually amazing to hear. And coming into the Global Chess League, this time now that you have spent almost like 9-10 days with these chess players and everyone, are you also playing some chess on the side or no?
You'll be very surprised to know, and I'm very proud to say this.
Okay.
Yesterday, we were just sitting at the breakfast table, and Sagar was like, let me check your chess knowledge and all. Kitna jam raha hai tekho.
Okay.
I was like, हाँ हाँ ठीक है, give. He's giving me puzzles, okay.
Mm.
There was this with its mate in two,
Yes.
which I solved.
Oh my God. Let's go.
Then I went to Vidit. I was like, Vidit. He said, ouch. But yeah, that's how much of chess that I know so far now.
And of course, I think we will see you again in many more chess events. If there's one thing you would like to borrow, which contact sports or traditional sports have, which would come into chess, what would that be?
Let's think of cricket. If we could get something from cricket here.
Sure.
How about access to players?
Like closer access to players. you mean,
Yes. I mean, why has cricket become so huge? Because somewhere or the other, somebody started giving you more access to their life. What they are doing otherwise, other than cricket. How does their life look? If probably that happens in chess, people will be able to relate more with these players, which will only help in propagating the sport more. So that's something that, because see, in India, cricket is everything.
Yes.
So if you want to reach that level, you need to make the sport as accessible as cricket is. And you can only do that if people start relating with the sport, which they will only do if they relate with the players.
That's a very
It's
good.
human connect. I don't think anything triumphs that. So that's one thing that I would want to give to chess.
How did the chess community make you feel, Arohi? Because I think you interacted with a lot of people here, not just the players, but the commentators. There was Sagar,
Yes.
Amruta, Rakesh, Sahil, Sahaj, so many people, Harshit also.
Right.
So how did that feel for you?
Very nice. Basically, right from the first minute that I entered the bus where I met them for the first time, we were going to the opening ceremony. I think Tanya was the first person. She sat next to me. She spoke to me very well. At the opening ceremony, I spoke to Harshit, and then Sagar came and spoke to me. He also involved me in this reel that they were doing.
Yes.
And then Amruta also spoke to me that night. Ketty was speaking to me throughout. We were talking about our outfits and all of that. So basically, it's a very inclusive community is what I felt. I mean, they don't hesitate in making somebody new their own. Of course, it'll take time when it comes to discussing matches or, being on the same wavelength as they are, because they've been together for a longer period of time. But at least they didn't make me feel like I was an outsider. So that was very nice. Plus, kudos to Sagar and Amruta specifically. The kind of help that these two have given me throughout. And of course, eventually then you had Harshit also join in, you had Sahaj also join in. Because although I can watch chess, I will not understand it if I'm just watching. I will need to hear the commentary and all that, which is not possible when I'm running from one place to the other with my work. They made sure that I got a gist of all the games. So before the games used to happen, we used to go through it. We used to have a discussion. After the games got done, Sagar used to help me with player of the match. Ko kyun mila hai player of the match? So it would become easier for me to ask questions and all of that. So yeah, with all these things, had they not been there, probably I wouldn't have been as happy with what I'm doing here as I am right now. So yeah, a very, very nice community. Comms, yes. Then you had the players, they've also been very nice to me. When I say it has been a learning curve, it has been like a huge learning curve, dude. I've gone from saying a lot of things which honestly were a mistake on my end because I didn't know the intricacies of chess. But yeah, I mean, they've also been very nice about it. They haven't taken it too hard. They've joked about it and all that. So it just shows that although they are somebody big in the world, they must be world champions, they must be World Cup winners. At heart, everybody is just human.
And how has the support been from the Global Chess League management, the organization basically that you're working for, and how did you feel about this league overall?
So Global Chess League, I think it was Gaurav Rakshit's first year as well. He was also trying to figure out a lot of things, but he was open to ideas. Anything that you went to him with, he's like, oh yeah, let's do this. If he thought it was a great idea, he would be on board, right? Then you had Vansh, Avika, who were always there to support. They were like, they used to always come give me names, and if there was some mistake, they used to be like, "हाँ ठीक है, अब हुआ है, next time मत करना." So they were very supportive in everything, because I think somewhere they also understood that when somebody is not from a chess background, it may take a while to get over. Ankit was also nice. He asked me at every point, you know, for feedback about what could have been done better. So yeah, they're very receptive to feedback is what I felt, and they're also very helpful when it comes to whatever help you want with. You can just go to them and they'll help you out with that. So very prompt in helping and all of that. So I had a great time with them as well.
Thank you so much, Arohi, for your time. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I wish to see you in more and more chess events.
Oh yes, I would love to.
Thank you.